Alrighty, y'all. What's going on today, man? It's your boy Big Moves Thomas here on the Big Moves Thomas Show, part of Hardcore Sports Network. Yo, I got two straight goons, gangsters in the Commanders world, rising, rising like bread in the oven right now, man. I got Red McKinney G of the OTF podcast, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going
What's
on?
up, y'all? What up? What up? What up, Thomas? Thanks for having us, man.
Hey,
Yes.
man, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, first and foremost, man. What's OTF podcast? Because we heard about what happened to Dirk. We don't think it's that OTF. So what is OTF podcast? Man? What's OTF podcast?
We are not associated.
No association whatsoever. OTF just ironically happens to be the acronym for on the fence. That
Yes,
was
sir.
just the name that seemed to ring a bell for us because we're both defensive guys.
Okay.
So that was kind of like a play on that, but also with this team, there's a lot of topics to be on the fence about. So
It
we
is.
just wanted
It
a little
is.
bit of that.
Oh, no. I love it. I love it. I mean, so like speaking about on the fence, man, let's start it off real quick, bro. What's going on with B Rob, yo? What's going on, man? He's been on the injury report multiple weeks now. He's missed a game because of
Mhm.
this. He did miss that Ravens game where we desperately needed him, as we saw the offense definitely came to a grind. I won't say grinding halt, but it came down to a grind with him not being there. What's going on with B Rob? What's your take?
Man, I mean, it's kind of I don't know if it's an actual injury or I don't know if it's our coaching staff kind of trying to, play Jedi mind tricks because I feel like our coaching staff very much moves like the school of Bill Belichick and they definitely make some of those type of moves. So I don't know, but it is always scary when you see one of our top guys. But last week he got decent touches. I think he got a pretty good amount of work. But it's scary. We're gonna need him for this Giants game because their front seven is crazy, but they do give up a lot in runs. So I think that B Rob, I don't know, it's questionable. And most of the time when players are questionable, I just feel like that's them just trying to get the other team to, be on the fence about things, no pun intended.
I like that plug.
Yeah, man. When it comes down to B Rob, of course, we need him this game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see him out this game, of course, because you seen what happened last time.
It's
We
terrible.
didn't have B
Yeah.
Rob, 52 yards on the ground. So we need to ensure that we. I would love to have him, healthy, because at the end of the day, I mean, the Giants are a good defense, but they are vulnerable on the ground. They're 23rd, in the league in terms of the amount of rushing yards they're giving up. But regardless of the fact, I still don't want to see B Rob. I don't want to see us without our one of our strongest links to our offense, which makes our offense go. And B Rob is that. B Rob is our bell cow. So I for sure him being on the injury report is a scary thing. Reb, I
Mhm.
agree with you. We are great at the Jedi mind tricks. we did it last week with Jaden himself. So that's what I called it all week. I say he's going to start. He's going to be a game time decision. He's going to play. So I promise you, he's not sitting out this game. So yeah, man, that's my take.
Mm, okay. Now, when looking at it, we are ranked 24th in red zone offense right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's our
With
Because
Achilles heel.
Red Zone is hill, man. We shooting ourselves in the foot.
yeah,
Hmm.
like and when B Rob is in there, we see that number go up. So we're like 24th right now. Where we get red zone touchdowns. This is talk about actual touchdowns around 54% of the time.
Hmm.
It's not the best. Like again, we've run a couple of games on field goals, but you can't keep winning like that. We know that. Um,
Facts. Facts.
and like it's okay. Is it B Rob? Is it Cliff? Are we ready to figure this out? How do y'all feel about this? Because Cliff has always had that hang up and saying, oh, his offensive crashes in the second half. Oh, it's an air raid offense. But we seen he gets it on the ground when B Rob is in there. Is this a coaching issue in our red zone right now, or what are we thinking? Is it really is B Rob is a juggernaut? We need him in there.
I don't think it's a coaching issue at all. I just feel, I mean, here's the thing. Most of the time where we're not converting is because we're shooting our own selves in the foot. It's the penalties more than anything. Of course, B-Rob being on the field, he helps with the short yardage situations just naturally. I mean, that's just that's his role. That's his role in our offense. You know, Eckler is supposed to be that red zone touchdown machine. Like, I just don't feel like we've seen that out of him yet. He's been great, you know, between the 20s, but as soon as we get inside the 20-yard line, we just can't seem to punch it in. But as I said, it hurts yourself. We kill ourselves. We shoot ourselves in the foot with the penalties. When we're second down, third down and goal, and we're back at the 15, 20-yard line, third and goal, second and goal, it's hard to score once you get to that point. So, and that's the reason why we end up just kicking the field goals. And that's the reason why Cyberg is going to end up being a Pro Bowl kicker in the NFC.
Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know if y'all watched the Jets game last night, but they had troubles with their kicker last night, and they actually got rid of Cyber, and we picked them up.
Yep,
that's wild.
Yeah,
that's karma.
And now the Jets kicker was our kicker that we gave up early in the season, bro. It's just, it's you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make this stuff up.
This season script of the NFL is so crazy, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to the writers, man. Shout out to the writers.
Yeah, man. Shout out to they using AI over there this season, y'all.
It's all the wall. But speaking about those red zone issues and actually moving in along a little bit, the O-line. People had questions about this O-line at the beginning of the season. I still have questions now, especially with the red zone, like we just talked about, like the red zone offense. But Jaden ain't taking hits like that, man. Like, I mean, like, of course, you know, he had the 40 whatever yard run. Well, the 40 or 60. I can't remember on the run where he supposedly got hurt on. Is that a 62-yard run?
Was it like 40? Was it like 47 or something?
47.
Okay, I might be getting the run of the Hail Mary confused. But yeah, so then he gets hurt on that. You know, he gets hurt on that. But like other than that, O-line has been holding up. I've had a couple of false starts within the red zone that we see are just straight drive killers. Like you said, we got 3rd and 1, and we're within the 10, we're within the 15. Then bam, we get a false start, knocks us back 5, harder to convert. Everybody knows the throw in. Bam. All right, cool. Here comes Cyber. Is the O-line legit? How do they need to work? What's going on?
I want to kick off on this one. I think the O-line is legit. I'm a big advocate of this O-line because I'm one of the people who was very skeptical when we hired Bobby Johnson as our O-line coach, especially coming from the Giants that season before. Their O-line was terrible. Granted, they had a lot of injury issues, but just seeing that turnaround, and I also think that Bobby Johnson's going back to New York for the first time. You know, we played the Giants before, but that was on our turf. It's a different vibe when you go back to the place that you used to be and the team that Jalike was like, you know, we're good off of you. Like, I think he does have a little bit of a chip, and that O-line, I think, really does reflect his attitude and nature. And they're all dogs in there, and I think that's going to be the difference maker in this game is how well does our O-line show up, because their front seven is, and you know, I mean, what's Sexy Dexy? They put him everywhere on that line, so it's really hard on offensive linemen because he's not like a true nose that just stays in the middle. Like, he moves, he could play any point on the line. So I think that's going to really put a little bit of stress on them, especially since some of those guys are on the injury report as well too. But I'll let y'all take it from there. I know Kenny's going to talk about BC, so I'll let him take it.
No, he know how I feel about our guys. Listen, I love our big boys. The contrary to Rev, I actually believed in Bobby Johnson. I looked at his pedigree. I was one of the fans who was very optimistic and high on him. I said, we can't judge him for what happened with the Giants. Like, you can't judge him on that. The guy came from Buffalo and was a great offensive line coach. He did not come from a position. I just felt like he just didn't have the talent in front of him, nor the coaching staff to actually support him. Because I mean, you see what's going on right now. Like, you see what's going on right now with your boy Danny with your boy Danny Dimes. Okay, the situation there hasn't changed. Okay, it hasn't changed even with him out the door. Now you see him in a better position, all right, with a coaching staff that cares, okay, with not saying they don't care over there, but I'm just saying we got Anthony Lynn, the combination of him, Anthony Lynn, and Tavita Pritchard, Cliff Kingsbury, okay, the way that they're working together, all right, I love the synergy, and it shows. We talked about it on our pod. When in the history of the NFL have you seen a tandem at left tackle?
True.
The only reason why Cornelius Lucas isn't playing this week is because he's hurt. Other than that, they'll still be spitting snaps 50-50 like they have the entire year. In the entire season. The only reason why Brandon Coleman didn't split snaps last week was because he was hurt. So now it's a different situation. Cornelius is on an injury report, and now we have Brandon Coleman coming back full. Understand that in any other year, especially within our organization, if we lose our starting left tackle, we'll be sitting here in uproar. We'll be like, man, that D line is going to get after us, especially the Giants D line. We'll be like, man, they'll be getting after us. Now we're in a position where we don't even have to think like that because of the way that we're playing. These guys, they're gelled. They're playing like a team. They communicate well. It shows on the field. The way they look after each other. Them offensive line is one thing about offensive linemen. It's more mental than anything. A lot of people don't understand when it comes down to, like, it's not just about, yes, getting your hand in the dirt, but the way these guys gel together, the way they communicate, okay, the way that they're all just on the same page and just looking after each other, like that brotherhood, that bond. It's real. It's been showing. It's been gelling since training camp, okay, and it's showing on the field. So big shout out to OG Bobby Johnson for being that mentor to that offensive line. Because the way we playing, them boys is playing good now.
Not the OG Bobby Johnson. That's great. Okay, so there is somebody who is on the injury report this week, and that's Tyler Biadasz.
Okay.
That's our center. He's been putting in that work.
It's the same thing.
Like how we feeling? Like, are we concerned? He was LP all week.
I think he's gonna be all right. I think he's gonna be all right. Yeah, they're just saving him. They saving him. I think they're real smart.
I'm telling you, it's the same thumb injury from last week. He broke his thumb. I don't know if you knew, he broke his thumb last week. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Help me out here, fellas. Who do we play last week?
The Bears game.
Yes,
the Bears
game prior. Sorry.
Oh, the Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers.
Yeah, he broke his thumb in that game. He left, and he had broke his thumb. It wasn't even something that was reported. Lake Lewis actually, shout out to Lake Lewis. He talked about it because when he came off the field late in that game and he had broke his thumb. But with Lyman, he asked him afterward. He said it's going to be an issue. He said, nah, it's not going to be an issue because they could play. They could just they strap it up,
put a club on it, and they're good.
Put a club on it, and they're good. So he naturally has to be on the injury report because he's still playing with that injury. So he's just going to be on that injury report limited, but he's playing. I'm not worried about it.
All right. But I mean, all right. I'm not concerned about our O-line. I just think, okay, you know how you can go to Costco and get something nice and quality and abundance, or you can go to Sam's Club and kind of get something nice, and you like, yo, it works. It's in the house. Some people might ask you like, "Oh, that's cool. Where you got that?" You like Sam's Club. They like Sam's Club, really? I feel like that's what our O-line is. It's like we got that diamond in the rough from Sam's Club, and people like, I mean, it worked. They're like Jalen Upright. You know what I mean? Like Jalen Upright. Like, who Tyler Biadasz? Who Brandon Coleman? Who C. Luke? They're like, I mean, like, we're like, I'll bunch of third and
tastes good.
Stick around is up there, a couple of fourth, but like it's working though, man. Like you said, I think Bobby Johnson really has. I think for the first time in our existence, I believe we all around the same age here. We all born, like mid to late 90s. We haven't. Let's be clear, everybody. We haven't seen good football we've seen bits and sprouts of it. We haven't seen good football here.
Nah.
The Shanahan run was fluky. I love RG3. I love what he did. We know that the read option was not here to stay. It was like, it was flashy. It was great. Bam, we loved it. Didn't stay. Kirk Cousins, that was decent ball.
Yeah.
We goofed it with the contract. We never got to see what Kirk could be here. We see what type of player Kirk is now. I mean, Kirk O'Chains is going off the chain down there in Atlanta, bro. We got full Kirk
Walk
O'Chains
into
in
your
it.
trap
Like,
and take over.
that's what, yo, that is crazy. He is saying that. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if we find Kirk O'Chains at Blue Flames on a late night. All right.
Facts. Facts.
Okay.
Facts. He's definitely eating wings and getting lap dances.
Yes, he is. Kirk Cousins was out there at ATL, bro, grilled up and everything. Shawty, don't play. All right. and then we had a recipe Haskins, but that was the infamous call off the boat or call off the yacht, as Gruden called. Go get this guy. It was doomed from the start. And then we had the Rivera era. We had Sam Howell, who is a good backup up there in Seattle now, and hopefully he has many successful years as the number 2 in Seattle. But let's just be. That's how it's been. Okay, that's how it's been. Jason Campbell, Patrick Mark Brunell. I mean, it's like throw these names up that we haven't seen the play. Like, we haven't seen good coaching. We never had an O-line that has really been able to complete games. We never had an O-line that was able to buy our quarterback time to be able to have reads down the field. We've never had an O-line that has been able to run block successfully the way they run block. Do you like one of the few calls that I am not mad with is ineligible man downfield? That means that boy was working trying to get downfield, trying to make sure he got the block set up. I gotta respect that. When it happens, I'm like, hey, bro, that's a timing issue, but at least the heart is in there. Our O-line has heart right now. Like I said, we might have a bunch of Walmart employees, Home Depot employees, and Lowe's employees on the O-line, but I'll take it. Bro. These boys
can't forget Ace
are
Hardware.
working.
Ace Hardware.
Ace Hardware. I ain't gonna lie. We got a bunch of guys that may or may not have been in the work release program, but I'll take it, man. They some thugs out there, and I like it.
Yeah,
I like
they are gangsters out there. They really play.
And I think the way they play.
I really feel like a good augmentation to our blocking game has been our running backs, man. Like those running backs have been making some iconic blocks, especially McNichols and Eckler. B-Rob definitely blocks, but I feel like Eckler and McNichols, they just really attack at the point of the block. Like it's so
they do.
Intense.
They allow more time for
the
Jaden.
blocks. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They really pick up a lot of blocks. So I think it's like y'all said earlier, I think that's a good reflection of not just OG Bobby Johnson, but that's that Anthony Lynn effect. Because what team has Anthony Lynn been on where they can't run the ball successfully? Think about it. You're not going to find one.
Nope.
I'll say like these are like the shouts out to Josh Harris. Right now, we got to get that man credit because he didn't hire Adam Peters. He hired my man from Golden State and said, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to get me a Steph and Clay combo. We trying to run up the rings. I want to do this in the NFL." And my man said, "I'll be back. Let me go put your squad together." Got Peters, got Anthony Lynn, got Bobby Johnson. And then on top of that, said, "Hey, bro, I got all y'all. Who y'all want?" Well, we kind of like that boy up there in Detroit. Meeting didn't go well. We know what happened there. I bet he ain't playing fair. Okay. We know what Dan Quinn is. He a beast. He messed up the first time. He learned. He done sat back. He's been successful everywhere. He just didn't win the big one and messed up one time. Can we give him another shot? Hey, I think with the pieces we got around him, let's go. All right, cool. Hey, by the way, hey, bring your boy Joe Witt. Let's get active. And boy, like are we getting active, man? Like this is like as much as we have a great draft, which I think we have a top 5 draft in the NFL. I'll be very honest with y'all.
Oh yeah,
I think we have a top 5 draft.
Guaranteed.
Like sure. As much as we have a top 5 draft, we have a top 5 recruitment in the
Mhm.
NFL right now,
Yes, we
bro.
do.
Of
Yes, we do.
straight coaching. Of straight coaching. Like I I forget how much Jaden is a rookie because our coaching doesn't allow him
Mm.
to be exposed as rookie as are exposed. Like we saw in the Bears game, Caleb was exposed. And when I say exposed, I don't mean
Yeah.
we took over J Trap. No,
He looked
no.
like a rookie.
Yeah, exactly. Caleb looked like a rookie. He made rookie mistakes. He made rookie throws. He showed flashes. He did all that. Like it. He looked like a rookie. He had ups and downs in that game. Jaden was level-headed. He had downs. He definitely had downs throughout the game. But not gonna say he doesn't still have rookie flashes, but he kept a level head. You never saw him get flustered. Even on the last play, he was actually looking to throw the ball. Like that is ridiculous. That on the last play, he is actually looking downfield, trying to set up the play still. He's in his mind with that VR rep, he knows, okay, here's how we're gonna run a Hail Mary. And he executes the play still. O-line gives him the chance. I ain't gonna lie, bottom of the block in the back, but all good. Okay, we gonna let that slide. Hey, bro, it was some egregious calls all game. I ain't gonna lie.
All
Sometimes
game.
you get it,
All
sometimes you
game.
don't. Okay,
Sometimes you gotta let them win. Like, I mean, the
Exactly.
game is on the line. Like, the game's on the line. You can't call it.
Exactly.
Let them play.
And for the O-line to be able to hold up, that goes back to coaching. For Jaden to be able to hold to keep his eyes downfield, scramble around, that goes back to coaching. The never give up mentality. Every play counts. Play to your last. We haven't gotten beat down since week 1. That's the only time we gotten beat down, in my opinion, was week 1. Okay,
True.
I wouldn't even call that a beatdown.
Watching that game in week 1, I feel like if you go watch it again, even in the moment after second half, it never felt like we were in it. You know what I mean? It felt like whenever Tampa Bay needed to score, they could. They kind of like it wasn't our game. We weren't in control.
That's true.
I get you. I get you that when I say a beatdown, when I hear a beatdown, I'm thinking about the Redskin beatdown, not the Commander beat.
Those were cheek busters.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I know we're in 2024, but when I think beatdown, I'm thinking about like what we did to Arizona, what we did to the Panthers, like with Mariota.
Those are brutalities. When I think of beatdown, I think of hey, no matter what you're gonna do, you're not gonna win this game. And I do think in that Tampa game, that's what it was. Like, hey, bro, no matter what you do, you're not gonna win. I'll let you score. I'll let you. It's like big bro, little bro situation where your big brother gonna beat up on you. You know what I mean? He gonna let you a couple lips and
you can't do nothing about it.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Baker had his number. I mean, Baker looked like
It was a professional.
Like
yeah, exactly. It was a professional. Like, hey, you're not gonna win. I'm gonna keep you here. Whatever you do, like very much like a Mayweather fight.
Right.
Go ahead, try. You can try, punch, do whatever. We know Mayweather coming out on top, bro. Like, get your coin and keep moving, but don't look for a W. And that's how I felt like that Tampa game was. And I haven't felt that feeling since then. Even in the Ravens game, we knew what it was in the last 2 minutes.
Facts.
But for the full 48 minutes, though, we was there. Lamar couldn't get out that game. Lamar couldn't leave that game. Not at all.
Nope.
Like Derrick Henry sealed it later on, but it wasn't like it wasn't a runaway. It wasn't a runaway. And then every other game has been a dub. Has been an actual W.
Actual W.
We're 6-2, bro. Like that's crazy that we can recount our losses that easy, bro. We know in years past are we out here having moral victories, talking about all right, well, you didn't lose that bad in this game, and we showed promise in this game, and
at least Sam Howell made that one nice throw.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. We talking about, well, we had a good drive here. How do we replicate this
had 3 sacks?
Yeah,
Rackfo had 3 sacks.
Oh God! I see a Rackfo. Oh man, I remember the Geico commercial. You got a Rackfo? Oh god! Man, we were crashing for straws, then man.
Yes, we were. Anyway, we could. Anything we could hold on to, we held on to.
Honestly, after Sean Taylor died, like we've been struggling. After he passed away, it was
struggle.
It was, but at least in those few seasons we had him, it was like, oh wow, we're actually building. We had Joe Gibbs back. Things were moving in the right direction, and then that happened, and it was just like,
they
had a good push after that season. That season they had a good push, but it just fell through.
So I got a question. After this 7-2 victory, when do you think the last time we've been 7-2?
Oh my God, I'm gonna go with 91.
It's 96.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. That's
crazy. Like that. 96, my friend.
Man,
so long time. Like this is
Lion King wasn't even out.
Like, 96. You can still say the N-word on radio, bro. That's crazy. All right. Like, jeez, that's like legit cassette days, bro. That is
VHS days.
Gas was less than $2.
Yeah, bro. Hey, bro.
Remember you had the VHS that you had to pop in and then plug into your iPod,
rewind
the music.
Please be kind, rewind, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That's back when like a hoochie mama was a slur. Like, oh God.
Now you can just go on Instagram. It ain't there, bro.
You gotta be careful nowadays. Back then you had to go find it. You gotta be careful nowadays, bro. You gotta open up Twitter with your phone down sometimes. You gotta be like, right. Okay,
we just talked about that the other day, Kenny and I.
Yo, we literally were just talking about that
the other day. I went on Instagram and I was like, man, this is ridiculous, bro.
You know,
as married men, you just can't.
We were talking exactly. As married men, bro, I'm trying to tweet about the Commanders and Shorty trying to tweet with the OF. Talk about you can command these nuts. It is crazy out here, bro. It is crazy. Protect yourselves, bro. Protect yourselves, man. Okay. Not safe for work needs to be turned on for all married men. That is a married man status now, bro. Okay. That is ridiculous out here, bro. But nah. But speaking about ridiculous things, bro. One, we've been mad quiet this whole time, and November 5th is coming up. And this ain't no political channel, to be very clear. So y'all don't even think about that. We talk about the trade deadline, y'all. Yeah, it's crazy. The NFL, by the way, does not care about anything, bro. To put the trade deadline on election day is insane. But I understand that.
They moved it too.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, "Oh, there's an election that day." All right, it was like, they got nothing to do with us. Yeah, they're like, bro, hey, bro, they do not care. Red, blue, it's all glue to them, bro. The money stick. Nah, bro, like it is ridiculous. Now, so we got November 5th coming up. We've been quiet. We haven't only thing we've done is release people, to be honest, bro. Like we did the Jamin release, which is
crazy still.
It's refreshingly crazy. It was like, wow, they really
cut him.
Yeah, we're like, wow, like they didn't waste the roster spot. They said go. Like they said, like,
he got picked up though. I think he's on somebody's practice squad. I think
he just got picked up.
Is it the Packers?
Okay, I was looking to see who was going to pick him up.
I believe.
Let's see. I'll look it up right now. Let's look. Yeah. Packers picked him up. Packers picked him up on the practice squad.
They lost a few edge rushers.
Okay. So he'll probably get elevated sometime, either today or tomorrow, probably. Maybe if they were desperate, or he might get elevated next week. I know how that goes.
We wish him the best. I just don't know. I mean, obviously, it's a telling move for the Ron Rivera era. I know that.
Honestly, man, I think Ron Rivera needs to send Cam Newton 2 of his checks and be like, "Thank you, bro," because Rivera is nothing without Cam Newton. And
you're right about that.
Cam was a beast who got beat up. Honestly, Cam was Vic 2.0, and I say that not with the. Are we all know that Michael Vick didn't practice? Cam did practice. Cam was great. Like Cam actually put in the work, but they just beat him up, man.
They beat him up.
They beat him up,
as a running back. You thought Jalen Hurts was a running back?
Oh yeah. Oh, at
Cam
least
was running back.
at least Hurts has the touch push. Okay, he gets
Right.
surrounded by people. They
Protected.
insulate him. He goes. Cam, they were like 3rd and goal on the 2-yard line. Bro, Cam run at that DN, take a hit, put the ball in the end zone, and
Make sure you do the
like,
Superman celebration.
exactly.
Yeah.
I know there's at least 4 Superman poses where that man is not doing Superman poses. He's saying, "Open up my chest because my heart ain't pumping right." Okay, like he was getting dog. Okay, like he was getting straight dog. And Rivera would be like, "See, look how good of a coach I am." And we're like, "No, bro, you're just using him as a crash test dummy, bro. Like you can't do that." And then we saw the epitome of Cam, and it got rough towards the end, and we saw what happened. But yeah, the Rivera era in Washington was needed. And I know that sounds crazy, but like sometimes you just need sometimes you need that bad girlfriend to realize you gotta get out these streets, dog. Sometimes you need that girl you like, bruh, I ain't got no business being with you. You done stole money in my wallet. You done ran up a couple things on my credit card, bruh. Hey, yo, I gotta get right. Bruh. I got these hoes alone. And that's what Rivera was, bruh. He was just that really bad shorty you should have never been with, bro. You just like, all right, bro. You get right. You ain't gotta look back now, bro. Now we married Dan Quinn. See, are we dating Dan Quinn? It's looking good. I will say, are we home by 7 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Are we eating at home? We doing the dishes now. Okay. We make weekend plans during the daytime.
Oh, for sure.
We go out. Okay. The Dan Quinn era, it's looking like wifey material, man. It's looking like we really want to lock this up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it so far, man. The coaching has been phenomenal. But we have been quiet at the end of this trade deadline, and that's giving me a little bit of concern. That's all that's giving me concern. That's not a Quinn. That's more on Peters and Harris. But like that is giving me concern. Who do y'all want to see get? Should we be buyers? Should we be sellers? Or should we be quiet? What y'all thinking?
So you want me to go? Red?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go.
So
go for it.
Yeah, man. When it comes down, I think here's the thing. I think one thing about AP, he's Mr. Fleecer. Okay, he's not just going to jump out there and just make any move. He is going to keep his cards very, very close to his chest.
Yeah,
so
he is.
Throughout this time, he's given me nothing but he's given me every reason to believe in him. Okay, because what he did with Jahan Dotson at this point, and we're not near he did that early in the season. He didn't even imagine if Jahan had played throughout those even 2 weeks into the season or 3 weeks into the season, and we seen his trade value would have diminished for sure. So when I look at AP and I see, how he's playing chess and not checkers. Yes, there's been some moves made, like the Deontay Johnson trade. Like I would have loved to have him, but from what I read and my sources, I believe they wanted to trade to out of the conference. They want to trade to an AFC opponent. So, which that would make, that would make sense. Because I believe we were in the talks with them. I mean, the reports show that we are sniffing around. We've been sniffing players around. We are sniffing around. We did shop Jamin Davis. Nobody wanted him. So like we try. We're it's not like we're not trying. Like we are, and at the same time we're 6-2. It's not as if we are right at the cusp. We're 3-3 or 3-4. Like we are. We're having success with the team that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel as if like, hey, we should be buyers at the trade deadline. I would love for us to go out there and do something that makes sense, whether it be a Jonathan Jones, okay, or my guy, my guy, Mr. Smith, okay, who used to play up the street for the Ravens.
Zadarius.
Yes, sir. So I would like for us to either go after an edge or a corner. Ideally, I would love a receiver. I would love T. Higgins. That would be my Hail Mary play. That would be my Noah Brown play. Okay, I would love T. Higgins, but I still feel like AP's not going to make that move only because he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. So it's like, why am I gonna sacrifice, draft capital when you know how well he does in the draft? I'm not gonna sacrifice draft capital. I'm not gonna give away what I just gave away for Jahan Dotson, for T. Higgins, if he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. So that's why I feel like we're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna be sellers. I think that we could potentially be buyers, but it just got to make sense.
Yeah. I definitely think we're gonna be potential buyers. I also think that they like this team, man. I've heard DQ say it several times that his favorite part about this team is the team and just that camaraderie that those guys have. And even, to Kenny's point, being 6-2 is like, do you really want to break up that chemistry? Sometimes inserting a guy, especially a bigger name, might disrupt the chemistry because you got to try to work them in. But somebody like a Zadarius Smith could be good because I've heard he's a good character guy. So
Great character guy.
If you get the right type of guys in the space, it could really be worthwhile. I also see guys like maybe a Defoe. I could see Defoe potentially garnering a little bit of trade value, even if it's like a later round pick or another type of player that they could switch off, because Defoe gets into the rotation, but he's not constant in the rotation, but he's still an impact player in the right system. So I could definitely see us selling on some guys like that, but definitely I think it'll be quiet. If anything, I could see them doing something on defense, but I feel like they like what they got. They have some good draft picks. They want to develop talent. That's something that they really harp on. I've heard all the coaches talk about what it means to be a commander and how they want commander players. I think that that's going to be the biggest thing. Unless there's somebody who really stands out that fits that profile, they might continue to stay quiet. That's my honest take on it. Yeah, they might sell though. I can see them selling.
I don't know. I mean, are we looking at a 7-0 team that just went out and got a I'll say a long in the tooth receiver, but had a historic top 5 receiver, and the Chiefs get in D-Hop. Now a D-Hop, they go to the black hole, Tennessee, and we haven't really heard much from him, but like they did, like teams who are looking to make a run do add those pieces. I know we're in the first year of the rebuild, but why not make the run? That's my question. Like, why not make the run?
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off, but I definitely want to, speak on that, because when it comes down, so yes, we are in our first year of our recalibration. Okay. When we came in to this season, we came in with I know the coaching staff and everyone in that building believed in what they were going to do in that. I believe that everyone in that building believed in it. But as a fan base, I think majority of us had low expectations. Like we're caught off guard. We had no idea we would be 6.
So many people were saying 6-10 this year. They were saying 6-10 is a good record.
Oh, yeah.
Someone wins
I was
last
thinking
year.
we were gonna finish at least like 9-7, somewhere in there.
9 wins, and I was okay.
9 wins at least.
Second in the division, go to the playoffs, not hosting the playoff game. Now we talk about hosting playoff games. So now it's like, I didn't even think that was, an option for us this year. So the fact that we even coming into this season, at this point in this season, I should say not coming in, but at this point in this season where we can even talk about, hey, we need to make a move at the trade deadline. I just feel as if anything that we do is just going to be super calculated. I think that this entire process is calculated. I still feel like to Reb's point, we have talent that we drafted that we really are trying to develop. Like Luke McCaffrey, we drafted him to develop him. He's going to be a starter. So maybe they have been, dude, even if you look at his statistics, it turns out his separation rate. And every time you throw him the ball, he catches it. Maybe he just needs more targets. Maybe, but just maybe they will bring that up later on into the season. They'll develop him deeper into the offense, potentially by week 11 or week 12. You know what I'm saying? Well, all I'm saying is that there is a maturation here that could come to play. There's something that could develop here that we don't even foresee yet. But the coaching staff is already planning for it and preparing for it, just how like they have brought JD along. They've opened up the playbook more and more and more wrinkles, more opportunities for him to develop within his offense. So I think that's what we could be. I mean, I just think that maybe they like what we have in the building already.
I think so.
Okay.
I think they really like it. And then to y'all's point earlier on in the pod, y'all were talking about this rookie class, and how this rookie class looks and everything like that. And this rookie class is probably the main reason why we're going to be quiet at the trade deadline, because we got good returns on all the rookies. And even though we need an edge, think about it like this: 7th round pick, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, he's hurt. And prior to him getting hurt, he was getting sacks.
And FA just
So,
came back too, by the way.
yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start to get some rotations. I think that message of rolling with a deep crew, we're gonna start to see the effect of that as the season goes up. You're gonna start to see them change the rotation. You're gonna start to see a little bit more of like Diami. You're gonna start to see Noah Brown get featured a little bit more. You're gonna start to see a little bit more of those wrinkles. I think right now they're like, let's get that chemistry going with Terry, and let's see how well Jaden can do, and then we'll insulate accordingly in that.
Terry's a top 5 receiver right now in terms of yards.
He is.
Yeah,
That's all
he
we
is.
asked for. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mhm.
Now, speaking about people who are on the radar right now that we love, we got to talk about somebody who, this is a curveball for y'all, actually. We got to talk about a man who has showed up, was drafted. We weren't sure about the injuries, and then he started, and boy, he's been making moves, bro. Let's talk about Johnny Newton real quick, man.
Here's Johnny.
Here's
man.
Johnny.
There you go, man. Johnny Newton last week, as we saw, had the pivotal pickup fumble, ran it back into the end zone the way you should. Play wasn't ruled dead. It was ruled down by contact, though we saw, but you gotta love the hustle from the big man running down the field, bro.
Yeah.
He was electric in that game, man. Two sacks, a tackle for loss, 3 knockdowns. Like, dude was everywhere, man. I don't think that was a fluke, but I think Johnny Newton is here to stay. What are y'all thinking, man?
Man.
Listen, I called it on our last pod.
Right.
That was my bold prediction. I was like, we're gonna see Johnny Newton. He's gonna have a sack. Like, he's gonna get his first sack, and surely enough, he did that. And he came alive, man. It was just in time for Halloween. Like, Johnny was definitely all over the place, and it showed why that they took a flyer on that luxury pick, right? Because that luxury pick all of a sudden now becomes a necessity pick when JA is hurt. And I think that getting Johnny was a testament to the foresight that this coaching staff and this organization is showing. Like, they're really trying to be world class, because that's a move to anticipate, okay, we can go BPA on this particular pick and look at the returns they're getting. They're like, we can be patient on his rehab, we can be patient on all of that, because this guy is a dog. Like, when we get him right, he's gonna be a dog, and surely enough, he's proven to be just that. And I think that all the things we talked about before are really what's helping him thrive, is that team around him. Like, if you're playing next to a guy like Daron Payne, and guys have to deal with Dorrance Armstrong, and Cleveland Farrell is really good at setting the edge too, like, and they're stunting off of each other, they're doing a lot of things, they're playing within the scheme of the defense. So I think that's the biggest thing on there with Johnny Jerzon Newton. I think that the brotherhood is really helping him elevate to another level.
Man, big time play by Johnny Newton. I absolutely loved when we took that pick. Obviously, I knew we were building for the future. All right. He was supposed to be he was going to be a top 10, potentially top 15 pick. I mean, that's where he was rated to go if he didn't have the Achilles injury. So by him having, I'm happy. We're blessed that he did fall to us at 36. So we went BPA there. I absolutely love the show he put on in his first full-time role at defensive tackle. It was listen, JA went down. I personally, I respect JA. The disrespect for him that I seen on Twitter is absolutely absurd.
Crazy.
I can't believe I saw that online. And I just have a lot of respect because of what he's been through with this organization. And he's definitely, he's seen a lot. He's been through he's been a Redskin, a Washington football team, and a Commander. Okay. So JA deserves as much grace as possible, and it's his first time ever getting a season-ending injury as a playing for Washington. So the fact that he went down, it allowed us to elevate Johnny Newton, and he's playing. He's playing lights out right now. I absolutely love what he's doing in the interior of our defensive line. So I'm all for him. I'm rooting for him. Like I was rooting for him when we drafted him, and I'm just so happy that it's coming to fruition and he's out there balling. Okay, and I just want to continue to see that. I think that I was a little too late. I don't believe he could be a Pro Bowler, but I know next season, a full season, he's a Pro Bowler. I'm calling it. He's gonna be in the Pro Bowl.
Okay. All right, let's see. I think his biggest fan right now has to be Deron Payne. Because the way that he opened up the game for Deron Payne. I saw Deron Payne in that 2021 like real dog working in that game. It was like, wow. The shoestring tackle on Caleb that Deron got. I don't think he gets that if he doesn't have another dog next to him. Mm-hmm. And again, shouts out to JA. This is no JA slander on this channel. You're not gonna find that here. Okay, I'm gonna let everybody know right now. You're not gonna find that here, bro. Like you said, that man had to deal with the Snyder era in the worst way. He was propelled to a leadership status that he wasn't supposed to have. And I'm not saying that because he wasn't a leader, but literally we were so bad we needed a face of a franchise, and they said it has to be you. And nobody wants to be the leader of the sinking ship. Nobody wants to be a captain on the sinking ship, and they forced him into that spotlight. I love that he can now go back to just worrying about the defense and getting in on that side. He doesn't have to be the leader of the team as he had to be in years past. Now, we are all married men here. We need to talk about an important thing, divorce. Who is the player that y'all want to divorce from? I'm going to go first. I'm going to go first. I'm going to be real with y'all. It's been okay with my mans, but yo, he got bailed out literally by the Noah Brown catch, but let's not fake like we ain't got a divorce from BSJ, bro.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say it. I knew it. I knew you was going to say it. I knew you was going to say it.
He's too handsy, bro. That's the one man I got to see. If we divorce from at the trade deadline, I'm not mad. It's BSJ. He's going into a contract year. He looks great on paper. He's the type of corner you want. 6'2", can run with the receivers, lengthy. Again, DJ Moore. I think he had a Dunze over the top. It was an uncatchable ball. Didn't have to get handsy. Totally had a really valid PI, which caused the touchdown on the next play, as we know, because the DI it was a PI in the end zone. I'm going for the divorce on November 5th as Benjamin St. Juice, man. Who's a player y'all want to see that we need a divorce from? That y'all decide it ain't working.
Man. That's a tough one. You said St. Juice. I don't want to do that to my man Juice, man.
Oh, come on, bro.
I like Juice. He's just a little too handsy, but I do like Juice. I think he does cost us a lot, but he also balls out, though. He also balls out sometimes. He really do be playing well a lot of the time, but when he messes up big.
Worst moment.
I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be the one player that I would want to divorce from right now. Man, because we got a deep roster.
But you got to be real. Some people it just don't work out with, man.
Maybe Chris Rodriguez.
Okay.
Maybe Chris Rodriguez. Because I'm just like, I understand it, but it's just like, whenever they elevate him, he don't even do nothing. Like, give me Michael Wiley. Like, there's running backs out there. Like, I want to see somebody else in that role. So maybe Chris Rodriguez. I'll see if I can shop him, get a 7th or something. But what's up, y'all?
Yeah. Nichols is definitely taking over his role.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. And McNichols is like a dog when it comes to that blocking game. And I think that's the one thing I haven't seen from Chris Rodriguez. I think he's gotten better, but I haven't seen him like on that dog way when it comes to blocking.
So if you're gonna go, so first of all, I got to touch on BSJ. First,
like, bro, we wasn't acting like he had to get escorted to his car after that game, bro. We was all mad. We was all like, hey, bro, the streets ain't safe for you, bro. The streets ain't safe for you. PG ain't safe for you, bro.
Hey, slip out back.
I was like, he was gonna make a beeline to Allen County and rest his head.
if Noah Brown, our savior, Noah Brown, didn't get us out of that situation, okay? JD and Noah didn't get us out of that situation, my friend. Oh man, it was gonna be up for Benjamin St. Juste from this fan base. You know damn well he would.
Absolutely.
Oh, listen.
Absolutely.
The problem with him, this is his problem, and it's every time. He doesn't get his head around, and when he can't locate the ball, he always grabs. That's the reason why he didn't even understand it was an uncatchable ball. If you just looked up or you got your head around, you would have noticed that it's uncatchable. If you look at all of his penalties, it's the same thing. He's never looking back. He's always in the way, or he's grabbing and he's not looking back for the ball. Every time. I remember when he got a penalty. He got a penalty in a preseason game, and Joe Witt asked him afterwards. He was like, "Yeah." He was like, he asked him. He was like, "Hey, what was the issue?" Because one of the reporters asked him, was like, "Yeah, Benjamin St. Juste is known for getting penalties here, da 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 da." Yeah, one of the reporters that asked him, and Joe Witt was like, "Yeah, but we addressed it." He was like, "We addressed it." I asked him what the problem was, and he told me it was because he didn't get the head round time. He said, "Okay, all right, coach." He said, "All right, coach." He said, "You know what? I'm gonna give him another chance." So, but as you can see, it has not changed. It is still the same thing.
I think when he panics, that's how he panics. When he panics, he panics and he doesn't get his head around. Like that's what panic is like.
Yeah, you're actually right. You're right. Especially and it's always in crucial moments.
Oh, for sure.
Panics. It's late in the game on third down. It's never like I don't understand it. It happens every time. It's always in crucial moments. I don't know. So I'm with you. If I wanted to, I can't say I don't want to double up on it, but that's the only player on the roster. Well, I'm sorry. Take that back, sir. Reb, you know who I'm gonna say. Who I'm gonna say, Reb?
Who's the other player on the roster that you want to cut?
Who else is it gonna be, Reb? You should know this answer already. I talk about it all the time in the group chat.
Talk about it. I'm no
Emmanuel Forbes.
Oh, come on, man.
Manny, you gonna do that to Manny?
I want him to
Little
go.
Manny Forbes.
I don't care how much sportsmanship he has. He gotta go.
The man about the ground, bro. He said, "Keep your chin up, King. Come on, man."
Come on. I think Emmanuel still has some juice left in him.
I don't.
I think he still got some juice. I just think he had a little bit. He lost a little bit of confidence in the Rivera era, but I think this team is gonna be the one that gets him right. Like, I really believe in Joe Witt, y'all. Like, I really think that Joe Witt is like the low-key hire that is really making this team, that he's not getting no credit for what he's doing, because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's Dan Quinn," but like, Dan Quinn is letting Joe run that defense. Like, Dan just gives footnotes, but Joe's running that defense. Joe's making the calls.
I think Joe Witt, when the media leaves for practice, I think Joe Witt is punching players in the face. Like, that's that's the type of play that they give him. It's like they are actually fearful that they can get punched in the face. But you need that fear of letting your coach down, bro. You need that fear of letting your coach down.
I don't want to cut you off, but did you see in the pros did you hear him in the press conference when he talked about his reaction to the game?
He said, I didn't even see it. I left the booth because I was mad. We gave up. He was like, "Man, we gave up that play. We gave up that touchdown." It's like, that's crazy.
He said he didn't see it.
He was going to commit domestic violence. That's what I think he was on his way to get his icon, and he was like, I'm just gonna have to beat him. And like, it was like
at the screen. He was like, he saw that joke go down, and he's like, everybody started cheering. He said for a moment he started cheering. He's like, it took him a minute before he started cheering, because he was like, "Bro, I'm mad as shit, dog."
I guarantee you, he thought, "Damn, I can't beat these niggas' ass the way I want to." He's like, all right, yeah. No. I really think he was looking for a beat down, bro.
He's ready to throw hands.
Yeah. Like something about him, bro. Like, he's never happy in press conferences, and not like the fake never happy that we saw. Well, I won't say fake. I really think that who we had. I really think that Del Rio wasn't happy because
Do it.
he was just halfway drunk all the time, and a lot of LeBron
Jack
James,
is Jack.
like exactly. I think Jack had demons in his life, and he just wasn't happy.
Jack was
I
on
feel
Jack.
like
Jack
I
was
think
off
Witt
the
is
Jack.
yo, yeah, absolutely, bro. But like, I think Joe Witt is genuinely like, I know that we could be great. Y'all are choosing not to be great. I'm gonna get it out of you. Like, I'm gonna get greatness out of
Sure.
you whether you want to or not. And I think that showed what happened to Jamin. I think it was like, hey, I'm gonna need greatness out of you. And Jamin, again, I can't say it was necessarily his fault. He is a professional player though, and he is a grown man. And as a professional, there is a job and there's a standard that you need to be upheld to. And he just couldn't meet that. And for that, Joe Wilson, you just can't be on my defense. And that was that. I think with Forbes was able to show some light, and I think Forbes has been bailed out. I will say for the season, I do think that Forbes will have the ability to play for the remainder of the season. But I don't, we don't know what happens after this. BSJ, again, he does great.
Contract year too.
Contract year with a baby. Shouts out to him. He's a new father. Shouts out. From 0 to 48 minutes gives you quality play, decent corner. It's the last 2 minutes. BSJ just want to say, hey man, I need to make sure that my parlay hits. And let me get let me get a pass to the fans, bro. We gotta check his FanDuel account. Somebody gotta check Mitchell Sage's FanDuel account, bro. Because the way that this man gets a PI, bro. Somebody check his FanDuel account, bro. Somebody check his DraftKings, bro. We know he's Canadian, bro. He might be up with the Quebecois trying to get parlays up there, bro. We don't know what's going on, bro. Okay, we don't know what's going on, but nah, like seriously, bro, we gotta watch out for it. But yeah. But to wrap this all up, man, let's talk about the thing that's been on everybody's mind, man. We're playing the Giants second time. We got the chance to actually go up 2-0 on a division opponent that we haven't done in years. But you got to be real. Daniel Jones is making $45 million a year off of the Commanders. And I want to go down the stat line for y'all because this is how we got his contract. Daniel Jones against the Commanders is total. This is his average. 21 for 31, 68% completion rating, 211 yards through the air. He averages 7 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns a game, and less than 1 interception a game against the Commanders. That is a beautiful stat line. That is a beautiful stat line from a quarterback that you would love to see week in, week out. If you had the stat line the whole season, you'd be getting the gold jacket. If you could do that.
I agree with you.
Talk about it. Are we going to win? Is Daniel Jones going to pull it out? What's your prediction for this week going against the Giants?
Listen, when it comes to Daniel Jones and that stat line, one thing about it, the stat line is you're right. If he were to continue that, but that stat line is with the previous regime. This is a whole new regime. We can only go off this year, and right now, the way that Daniel Jones is playing at MetLife, let's talk about what he's done at MetLife, whether it's against us or against anybody else. When's his last? He hasn't thrown a touchdown since last year at MetLife Stadium.
At MetLife, yeah,
at MetLife. So he has a horrible record just in general at MetLife. And in the previous, let's talk about what he's done. Like I said previously at MetLife, it hasn't shown too well on the field. So Daniel Jones, I'm not scared. When it comes to this game, I'm not worried about him. Who I'm worried about more than anyone is Tracy, Tyrone Tracy. Okay.
Who is out? He is out.
Oh, no, I thought he was out.
Nah, Tracy.
They changed
Tracy is trending to be out. Let me see. Yeah, so okay, here's the thing. He was in concussion protocol. He was DNP Wednesday, Thursday he was LP. According to Schefter, it's looking like he will not be able to play because he would not be cleared yet. So let me not say he's gonna be out, but let me say he has not cleared concussion protocol yet, which is trending to today's Friday. It's trending towards being out now.
Okay. For what I was because basically a lot of even all over Twitter, what they were saying earlier today was the fact that they were in question. They were like, this needs to be researched. Why is he able to turn around the concussion protocol so quick? Because that's typically is not what happens. You typically can't go in a concussion protocol and be able to turn around in the same week and be out of concussion protocol. So that was one of the question marks that I saw on Twitter earlier today. But that's who I was worried about. I was worried about their running game, against, of course, our vulnerable rush defense.
Hey, I apologize about it. Y'all had a little technical difficulty. We back. My apologies, man. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, no worries. So another reason why I was gonna say I was worried about him is because of what he's going to, what Tyrone Tracy is gonna do against. Well, I'm sorry, I lost train of thought because of that recording.
I got to talk about that.
What I actually meant to touch on was the fact that, because yes, he's a rookie, right? And him and you see JD is leading in rushing yards for all rookies. My parlay at the end of the season, okay, is that Jaden Daniels is going to lead the NFL and for rookies in rushing, okay? So if Tyrone Tracy plays on Sunday, that's going to hurt my chances. So I need him to be out.
Actually, my apologies. As 2 hours ago, Tyrone Tracy did clear concussion protocol, so he is.
There you go. So he is playing.
Yeah, he was full participation in practice today.
He's a free man, which really sucks, man. I was really hoping he'd be out, Frank.
I was hoping too.
I mean, I was too.
Healthy scratch. I talk about like a man who's like, oh, I want to play. We're like, oh, sorry, Bucko, get him next time. But like, nah, we don't wish injury on nobody. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna play. If he's your concern, I get it, because we do. I'm not gonna say we get torched by running backs, but we have had issues with the ground game and as a defense. We've had issues. Like, we've seen what a decent running back is able to do against us.
We're 26th in rushing yards.
Yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it's not the worst when I'm 32nd, but hey, 26 is not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be.
Scoring defense, though.
Yeah, we're 10th in scoring defense, so we're keeping them out the end zone.
We feel good,
right? So we keep them out the end zone. But we're playing pretty well in the red zone. I don't know if you guys peeped that. Our red zone defense is pretty solid. We're really good in the red zone.
Super solid.
We just allow them to throw the ball down the field on us through not even sometimes through the air. I would say, but not even. I mean, I would say, because our defense has improved significantly through the air. It's just on the ground, consistent throughout the entire season. We give up gashers, just too many. I mean, you seen Swift take off last week. Yeah. So.
I do think when they get into the red zone, that's where our linebackers come to play, and that's where they come to show.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that's what our revamped linebacker core looks like. In that red zone defense, those dogs are hunting after the ball.
Shout out to
Lou
Jr.
Yeah, Luvu is disgusting in the red zone, bro. Like, I'll talk about borderline. I'll be like, hey, bro, like, you might get a 5 for some of these hits, man. Like Bobby Wagner be coming crazy out that joke, bro. I mean, just like
wait till Jordan McGee get healthy. Wait till Jordan McGee is able to get on that field. I'm telling you.
Watch out for Jordan McGee. Yeah, I can't wait either. Yeah. And then like Rob Payne running, that's where like when it gets to the red zone, bro, you see them boys beef up, man. That's where it really comes to show, man. I really respecting that. I mean, I'm not crazy concerned like I was in years past. So I was like, hey, they might just win this game. I am concerned about basically how do we not have a repeat of last time where we won the game, but you can't win the game by 7 field goals. You know what I mean? Like, we can't have that red zone inefficiency that we had against them earlier. How do we make sure that we score? That's my big concern.
I think that's going to come through not just the run game, But I think that we're going to really have to take advantage of their pass defense as well too, because the thing that the Giants do well is just their pass rush, but their secondary is not that great, and their run defense is not that great. So I think that continuing to be exotic with the run is going to be that way. And also to go back on the Daniel Jones thing, one thing that gives me a lot of confidence going into this game is the fact that we've held most running quarterbacks to under 50 yards. Like most of them. I think Lamar might have been the exception, but even him, I don't even think he got that much rushing against us. He did most of his damage passing, and Derrick Henry was handling most of the run. So it's like we've been doing a really good job of containing running quarterbacks, which is always used to be that thing that killed us. You know, that's why the Bears were so confident coming into that game, because they were like, oh yeah, Caleb's going to run all over the place, but they didn't know that our team is different. I think everybody still thinks this is a Daniel Snyder-led organization, and it's just too different to say. And I definitely think that those days are over with Danny Two Nickels coming in here and doing his thing. It's about to get out of here, man. I think that
Calling him Vanilla Vic, man. Like when he played us, he was Vanilla Vic.
I think that's over. I think he's gonna get his runs here or there, but I think that even with a healthy Tracy, I think we're gonna hold him down.
Okay. All right. Hey, Kenny G, go ahead and let me get your prediction before we sign off.
My prediction is 24-14.
Okay. Does Jaden get one in the air, or is it gonna be all ground game this game?
I think Jaden is definitely gonna get one in the air to Terry.
Okay.
I think he's gonna get one to Terry, and I think one to Zach Ertz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Reb, what's your prediction before we sign off?
I'm gonna go with. Let's go 27. I really like 27-18. I think 27-18 might be where I'm staying at for this week. Yeah, I think
they scored, they scored 18 points last time.
Who, the Giants or us?
Yeah, we beat them 21-18.
And that's exactly why I don't think they're going to score more than 18. I really don't think our defense is going to let them score. I say 18 because Malik Neighbors is going to score. Like, he's Malik Neighbors. He's this generation's Randy Moss, in my opinion.
Malik is like that, bro.
He's this new generation. These kids that are in middle school right now, he's their Randy Moss.
He what?
He's getting banged up right now.
Because he's on a bad team.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, he's like that, but man.
I've been watching him. Yeah, you're right. Because they're using him like too much. Like his usage rate is up. And one thing I'm gonna say is gonna be a difference real quick about Malik Neighbors. Sanders still is gonna be matched up on him. Watch. He's gonna he's playing on the outside now. So it's gonna be a different matchup now. So we're gonna
Michigan on the LSU look good, bro. That's a game we want to see. That's a game we want to see right there. So, all right. That would be good. All right. Well, if I'm gonna give mine before we sign off, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get mad flagrant with it right now, man. I'm going 30. I'm going 35-11, man.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going 35.
You're the second person I've heard go with the 5 TDs. Kenny, that's the second time we've heard that.
Okay.
We have.
I'm saying a solid 5 TDs. I think they get a little touchdown one time, and then they get like a garbage time touchdown. They try to go for 2 and don't get it. And I really see us hitting them with that. Let me go 35-13. Maybe I think it's gonna be, they probably gonna score twice, but not be able to get it once. And I think Jaden's gonna have the bounce back game he needs, because Jaden didn't have a good game against the Bears. He had a winning game. He had a solid win, but it wasn't a good game though. And I think this is his get right game. I think the rib feels a little bit better. And I think we see him let it fly. I think we see him let it fly.
So you think he's gonna touch 400 this game?
Oh, hey, easy now. I don't know about that one.
How many TDs through the air?
Okay, I'm saying 2 TDs through the air. I think it's going to be Terry, and I think Luke gets his first one. Okay. Shout out to McCaffrey. Okay. I think Luke gets his first one. I think the defense scores in this game. and then
Okay,
I think
I like that.
and then I think the Eckler rips off a long one, and then we see B Rob get one as well because you know that B Rob has to get one on the ground.
There you
If he's
go.
in the game.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would say 2 touchdowns for Terry McLaurin and another 100 plus yard game, back to back weeks, 100 plus yards.
2 tutty game for Terry, bro.
I
I
think
would
Terry
love to
gonna get
see
2
it.
tutty. I think him. You know how Terry gets when he goes up against guys who like to talk a lot of shit towards him. And Deontay Banks has had Terry's
Yeah.
number, and I think Terry's about to big up because he's like, yeah, now my quarterback and I have
Got
been
a
playing for
QB.
9 weeks. What's up,
There you go.
Slim? Like it
Clicking
ain't
up.
week 3 no more. What's up?
Twinning up
Or
out
week 2.
here, bro.
What's up? That's
Yeah.
my twin in them. What up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
That's
think it's gonna be a big one.
That's great. That's great. Well, yo, before we sign off, I've seen the OTF podcast at games. I've seen y'all in the parking lot. Where can people find y'all? What y'all doing? Let them know real quick, man.
Yeah, of course. You can find us on all platforms at the OTF podcast. Remember, that's short for the On Defense podcast. And we will also be at most home games this season. You can find us over at Gold Lot D, where we'll be interviewing people. You know, one of our biggest things is getting the voices of our fan base because that's what inspired us to do this. We're fans as well. So we want to just try to continue to create a platform where we can get more and more fan voices out there. So we're just gonna keep on growing. We're only a few weeks at it, and we're just gonna keep tapping in, building that community.
Hey, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, man. It's your boy Big Moves Thomas. I'm here with the OTF podcast, man. We had a great time. Holler at us if you see us. Don't be shy. Don't be weird. If you see us, bro, say what's up, man.
Come
We
through.
love the fan interaction, bro. Please, bro. Yeah. Don't be pointing over there like I think that's him. Like, nah, bro, it's me. All right, bro. It's me. Like, go say hi, bro. That's
Holler at us.
All right, we'll do,
Give
bro.
us your
Hey,
takes.
yo, we love the hot takes, bro. Hey, yo, we'll
Love
see y'all in the next one, man. Love, peace, respect to everybody, man. Go Commanders. Let's see if we can reconvene next week and talk about this dub, hopefully, man.
Let's go.
Peace.
Oh, fellas.
Peace.